It's Anthony from Just Keep It Fresh. I have someone really cool and special to introduce to you guys today. We have Clem. Clem is one of our earlier customers that we got
OG?
OG. That we
get it right.
OG that we got ourselves unfortunately involved with. He also owns Dreamworks Driving School, so which we'll talk about later. But he's got his uniforms, repping his company already. But yeah, you wanna give him a quick rundown about yourself, Clem?
Yeah, sure. So hey, my name's Clem from Dreamworks Driving School. Started in June 2018, and yeah, came across this guy during COVID.
Yeah, during COVID. Nearly forgot about that.
Height of COVID, actually.
Right. Yep. That's it. Which leads me on to the question in today's interview. How did we meet? Did you remember anything about how we met at all?
So yeah, height of COVID, wasn't working, so staying at home, checking out all the Facebook ads, and Anthony was washing cars, and I needed my cars washed, so there I am.
Scrub.
Scrub a dub.
Okay. Anything is that all you remember?
Remembered you hated me for washing the cars with all the dog hair, which I apologise about.
Oh, it's all good. Let me. I got a conversation that we've had before.
Oh Jesus!
Back in 10th of June, 2020. Remember we started end of May last 2020.
Trip down memory lane.
Okay. Trip down memory. Hi team. I got a few things I'm inquiring about, and here's the special part.
Oh Jesus!
But first things first. Who the hell talks like that? All right. But first things first. I'm looking to get my interior car steam, blah blah blah, and I saw your you took a few pictures of your interior which looked disgusting. We'll put on there later. I have a few pictures of it. And then that was all I remembered seeing. And then when I went to your house, you showed me was it the Polo or the Golf?
Probably both of them actually.
Yeah, he opened the boot.
Okay, it was probably both of them. They were probably both about the same.
About the same, yeah.
Probably about the same.
I opened the boot. I remember I was with Jake at the time. He worked with me, and we opened the boot of both of the cars, and I started sweating cold because it felt like there was a war in the back of his trunk, but with animals. It was like full of fur. Just to give you guys a bit of a, I guess, understanding. Normally we wash 6 cars a day. We were at his house at 9, and we stayed till 4:30, 5 o'clock, just doing those 2 cars, and it was just full of hair. I think you have 2 pugs, right?
Yeah, I got 2 pugs, so Pancake and Pikelet.
Yep.
They apologised for all their hair. Had been a while since I got a wash, but I think you learnt something valuable there as well.
Yes, I did. We have to use the right tools to wash different type of cars, you see? And from that day onwards, we bought something called a fur removal kit, which we can deal with within an hour, which is awesome. But talking about your cars, talk to us a little about the cars that you have right now, because I know you have 2 cars that were wrapped, and at the time you had a Lancer, and now you have a Yaris GR. I'm not too sure. Talk about those cars, and the business that you run as well, how it involves the business.
I mean, in short, I love my cars. The Lancer was just a normal Lancer. That was my personal car before I got the work cars. When I started, I got the Polo GTI, and that was my first ever automatic. Since getting my license in 2006, had a manual car ever since then. And then a couple of months later, after I started, I got my Golf GTI in manual.
In manual?
In manual.
Okay, so this is the key point. He said in manual, which comes to my next question, right? Are you able to tell us more about your business? Because I know having a manual car is key and core to your business. So yeah, tell us more about your business.
Manual is a bit of a dying breed, and I'm trying to save that by saving the manuals. So I've got a hashtag save the manuals. But it's really the art of driving, and I have to teach you so much more to be able to understand how everything works, and really to be able to drive better, you really want to do manual.
Well, I don't have a manual license. Like, are you able to give me some advice, or even why I should want to learn a manual?
Come get lessons with me.
Come get. How inviting! Yes. Yeah. I know a few friends that actually go to your classes, and they're very satisfied. If you don't know, Dreamworks Driving School. Dreamworks Driving School. I think you said that already. So how did you start your business in the beginning, and why did you do what you do? I know you kind of explained that, but like, I want to know like in the very beginning, like
Nitty gritty.
the nitty gritty,
Yeah.
the story, Clem's story.
Yes. Story. So this is a bit of an interesting story. So before I was doing this, I was bouncing around a couple of jobs here and there. While I was doing those full-time jobs, I was also doing Uber driving, and I was also teaching Kung Fu.
Kung
Fu, yep.
Wow.
Want to go?
No, it's awesome.
So I was teaching Kung Fu to little kids, 6-year-olds, and that's probably where I really developed my patience. I wouldn't say I was always patient, but that definitely helped. And while I was Uber driving one morning, I had to pick someone up from West End and drive them all the way out to IKEA in Logan because they didn't have their license. And obviously we got chatting in the car, and he said that I should try the IKEA breakfast because I've never tried it. And so I got to IKEA, tried their breakfast, and after I finished my breakfast, I turned my Uber app on and I got a fare. That fare was only 5 minutes down the road.
Wow.
And in that 5 minutes, I probably saw 6 learning cars or 6 driving school cars. And then went home, did a bit more research and put it together.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am.
Wow.
IKEA breakfast is good too, by the way.
That's the one in down south, right? That's
Yeah,
the one
down
you
the
went
road.
to. Okay, cool. I see that your business has like grown and expanded really well. I know you have 2 cars. Like, did you start with 2 cars, or did you start with one and then kind of had the other one afterwards? And if so, how did you manage to expand your business the way it did?
When I initially started, I really wanted just to teach manual. If I did that, I probably might not have been here, but who knows? So I got my automatic car first, and that kept me busy for quite a while. And then after I got myself established, probably about 6 months later, I got my manual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I know that you weren't the only teacher before as well, so you had multiple teachers that were helping you, also training other students as well. So that's huge growth, and I know that you also do quite a lot of marketing like we do. So just keep it fresh, we do a lot of like ads on Facebook and stuff. But I know that you're the type of person that actually goes out there and meet people to really get your brand out there. I know that you've been going to a lot of Cars and Coffees Saturday morning. Tell me a bit more about Cars and Coffees and what you guys do there. Like,
I mean, Cars and Coffee, there's plenty of Cars and Coffee meets around these days. But really just getting out there, meeting other car owners, potential students. But really it's more about supporting that local community, and yeah, just getting to know more people. So networking, but fun networking.
yes.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of good cars that you were networking with. Really good cars actually. So that's crazy.
And I guess it's also something to aspire to. So we all love our cars, and yeah, being around those cars, you got something to aspire to.
No, I agree. We have a young full-timer. His name is Matt. Sure, you've seen him multiple times.
Thanks, Matt, for washing my cars.
Yes, he washes Clem's. He's like his dedicated car detailer. But also, Matt is also the type of person who'll go out to these meet and like he loves his coffee. He drinks like 3 cups of coffee. That's not healthy, Matt. You don't drink 3 coffees a day. Maximum 2, I think. 2.
I maxed out at about 2.5.
Yeah.
3, I'm like all done.
No, never 3.
Okay.
Sometimes he drinks 4. Nah. All right. Yeah, but Matt goes out and he's the kind of people that really likes seeing cars and drinking, networking with people like you, and you know. And I think you're not his teacher, I know.
No.
But that's how he got his
I wish
license
he
from
was.
another manual trainer. But yeah, he got his manual license like that. I'm pretty sure as well. So, kind of works.
At least he has manual.
At least he has. Yes. I have a Tesla, so
You don't even need to drive.
I don't. Yeah, it drives me apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh no, I feel bad. It's like, nah. I don't want to say it's not going to put you out of business, right?
Oh, well, I mean, everyone says it's going to put me out of business, but I mean, realistically, it's going to be like years before that ever happens.
Exactly.
Decades even. Yeah. And some people will still want to drive even if that does happen.
Yes,
And
that's
that'll
correct.
probably be me.
That's correct. I still see a lot of engine lovers over battery lovers, but this one's a really big one because we've actually come across lots of barriers and situations where it was really, really hard to overcome. As a small business owner like yours, like what was the biggest problem that you've had to overcome in the life of your business?
I think it goes without saying COVID-19, basically everyone. But that was also a good turning point because we got out of our comfort zone and really was able to turn it around and grow. And I was able to find another instructor to help me out in the automatic. And having the 2 cars, automatic and manual, I was already starting to reach capacity by myself. So having that downturn in another industry, we were able to sort of capitalize on that and find another employee. And also took on another employee as a student. That was my student, and then started helping me out in terms of the back end, in terms of bookings and all that. So shout out to Beck and Kanani.
Shout out to you too. One more thing, but like any words of inspiration you can give to the audience, like you were struggling, but then you were able to make something negative into like a positive.
In terms of driving or in terms of business?
The business. Yes, because like it's really hard. A lot of people just go, oh, I give up. Or you know what? Since government's giving me grant, like that will sustain me for a bit. Why don't I just take that and not think of anything else, and then still struggle? But there's not a lot of businesses like yourself who actually took it in and go, we need to get out of our comfort zone to change something inside of us. Like any sort of inspiration for that to happen instead of just sitting there doing nothing.
If it's just one phrase or 2 words that sums it up, I think stay positive. If you've got the right mindset, then you can do anything. But if you're negative, then it just gets worse and worse.
Yep.
And you mentioned it before, change. So stay positive, create change, and make sure you keep on growing. Not only as a business, but as an individual, as a learner. So when you guys are learning how to drive, just make sure that you're constantly trying to improve. Don't compare yourself with others. I know it's hard to do, or hard not to do, sorry. But really try and push yourself and make sure that you're a better version of yourself every day.
Okay. Well, that's really inspirational. Is there anything you would like to add, to today's little segment? Word of inspiration, or something about, your Facebook page.
Okay. I do have one more actually. So did mention it before, talking about cars and everything. I do have a GR Yaris. So we'll be turning that 2020 to GR Yaris into the world's first learner car. So if you can click the link above or below and check out the campaign, you can be one of the first students to drive the GR Yaris, and it's in a manual.
Wow, actual GR Yaris to train people.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Call me crazy, but
I'm actually gonna sign up for a manual training
about time.
Hey, that's the reason why I couldn't buy a lot of cars.
It's okay. I forgive you. You've been a busy man, but it's also been very exciting to watch your journey.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, it's definitely inspiration.
Well, it's good to take each other's inspiration to grow further, and to people who are like me that are afraid to tell other people who don't have a manual. Okay, that's me. I'm afraid to tell people I don't have a manual license because I was scared that I'll get looked down upon. Go check out Clem's Facebook page at Dreamworks Driving School, or Instagram. Give him a call, book something, get your manual license privately. It's a private tutor, man. Like just grab it, and then you'll be able to buy the cars that you ever dreamed of. I couldn't buy my Evo that I wanted because I don't have manual license. I couldn't buy a Civic Type R, and my friend sold that a few months ago. I couldn't buy it.
Devastated, Jasper.
Hey, she went to a Tesla. It's fine.
I'm beyond devastated. I can't tell you. We're talking about the story before.
It's gonna kill me. Don't worry.
It's your fault.
It is my fault, partly. But yeah, thank you, Clem, for coming on to the interview.
Thank you.
Hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. And if you have any questions or inquiry, remember, comment down below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. See you guys.
Laters.